Welcome to Solving Exponential Equations. This is from your worksheet 7.6, Solving Exponential Equations. I'm going to start with number 4. For the first two, we end up just having to drop the base for this worksheet, so I wanted to show you something where we actually have to change the equation, where we have to change it so we have similar bases. So number 4 is 6 to the 2m minus 2 power equals 216. So when we have an equation like this, an exponential, the first thing we want to do is check to see, can I change my bases so that they're bases of the same base with different powers, or to a power. So on this side I have 6, and this side I have 216. So I'm going to take a look and say, okay, could I rewrite 216 as 6 to some power? And I can. 216 is the same as 6 to the third power. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this on this side. This won't change. 6 to the 2m minus 2 power. And now I have both sides are both base of 6 with the powers being different. But if the bases are the same and the powers are different, but they are equal expressions, that must mean that the exponents equal each other. They're equivalent. So what I can do is drop the base and rewrite this as 2m minus 2 equals 3. And now I can solve for m. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. And I get 2m equals 5. And then I divide by 2. And I find that m equals 5 halves. Now I can check my work if I want to. Check. And I would go 6 to the 2 times 5 halves power minus 2 equals 216. Well, 2 times 5 halves is just 5. So this becomes 6 to the 5 minus 2 power equals 216. 5 minus 2 is 3, so 6 to the third power, 216. Well, we said that before when we converted, and so that's correct. The next problem I'm going to do is number 11. Number 11, we have an exponential, but there's more going on outside of my exponential expression. So I want to get this 2 to the 9 and power alone. So I have to follow order of operations backwards, just like I normally would do when solving an equation. So first thing I want to do is get rid of this 9 by subtracting 9 from each side. So I'm going to have negative 8 times 2 to the 9n power equals negative . Okay, so I'm going to have negative 8 times 2 to the 9n power equals negative 80. And then I have to divide, because this is multiplying, I'm going to have to divide by negative 8 on each side. And that gives me 2 to the 9n power equals 10. So now I have the same situation as before where I have an exponential expression. So I want to look at and see, can I rewrite 10 to be a power of 2? And I can't. There's no power of 2 that's an even number that would, or a whole number that would take me to 10. So instead, what I'm going to do is take the log of both sides. So I'm going to take the log of 2 to the 9n power equals the log of 10. And then I'm going to use my exponent power and bring this exponent to the front of my log. And so I'm going to rewrite that as 9n times the log of 2 equals the log of 10. If I divide both sides by log of 2, I'm going to get 9n equals the log of 10 divided by the log of 2. So if I get out my calculator and I calculate log of 10 divided by log of 2, I'm going to get a decimal. I'm going to get 9n equals 3.32, and I'm going to round this to 2. And then if I divide that by 9, I'll get n equals 0.3691. So when I can't change my base so that I have a common base, I'm going to need to use logarithms to undo an exponential. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Daniels, and have a fabulous day.